our speaker with. Awesome. All right. Happy New Year. It's our
Happy
first Club
New Year.
360 meeting for the year, and I am grateful for every one of you that made it live, not taking for granted those that are going to watch the replay. And the reason for that is there's something I watch a lot of replay, and it's just as impactful. We all have amazingly busy schedule, and we don't want it to get lighter. We want our schedule to be productive. Um, Not light, but profitable. Yeah. But life is still happening, and I want to welcome everyone to Club 360. Now, just like an overview, Club 360 is a platform for clients of Rep 360. It's our way of ensuring that we're not just asking you to buy a property. As a company, we are about wealth creation and people empowerment. And because we are about people empowerment, this is our best platform for empowerment. Is our platform to train, is our platform to empower and empower the people that trust us most. Because every one of you that get to watch this replay, you are people who have invested with Rep 360. What that means is that you believe in us. And for us to let you know how much we believe in you, we are equipping you to the extent with which you want to be equipped. So today we're talking more about the psychology. What we're talking about mindset, but on other editions, we'll be talking about other topics as it appeals to you. We also usually ask in the group that Club 360 members let us know what topics they would like us to talk about because we also want it to be relevant to you per time. Um, I am ridiculously, passionately focused on growth. I believe that every human being, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you think you have achieved, there's a new and next level for you. And I want to help people see the possibility of the next level, believe and actualize that next level. That's my personal agenda outside Red 360. And it sort of is together. So if you're here and you have dreams for 2026, I want you to know for a fact that your dreams are valid. Because for you to dream, it means that it is a possibility in the reality. It's already existing in a realm. It is a reality in a realm. If you watch a lot of cartoons like I do with my children, we have this alternate universe. And in this multi-dimensional universe, there is a version of you that is living in the reality of your dream. Whether your dream is marriage, children, more money, more impact, promotion, whatever your dream is, there is a universe, there's a dimension of the universe where you are already in it. What you desire is already desiring to be present in your life. And our job in Club 360 is to give you, to nudge you with a few knowledge to let you see the possibility and enter into the reality on this dimension. Yeah. So if you don't watch cartoons, you've not watched Spider-Man in the multiverse, you've not watched, you will not understand. But just believe that your dreams are valid and it is already existing. You just need to bring it here. And when you bring it here, we'll all testify with you. So today's class is going to be really exciting. And of course, before we go into the class, we'd like to give you updates on our current offers, what we've done as a company. Dapo already has some things in mind that he wants to share with you. I'll let him go into it. I just want to let you all know that we are accountable to you. We don't take your investment for granted. If you've for every investment you made into Rep 360, we are accountable, we are committed, we are not perfect.
Yeah.
We're not perfect. We make mistakes. I just found out a client reached out to me and was like complaining about some issues, really bitter complaint. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm even surprised that he had that issue. Allocation that we had done since December, he didn't get his video. We did allocation yesterday for Kairos, and I know that people will be getting their video Monday, Tuesday, because many of our clients, as in all of our clients, were in diaspora for Kairos, so none of them could show up physically. So we recorded the videos, we'll send it out between Monday and Tuesday. But this particular person did get his video since December, and he expressed his bitterness, and I felt so bad. So here I am apologizing in advance for all the mistakes we are going to make, and let you know that it is not, we don't take you for granted. We're sorry. We are going to continue to upgrade and improve ourselves as you give us those feedback. So please don't feel like this. I don't want to complain. Please complain, because it helps us get better. And when you give us those feedbacks, we will do all that we can to correct whatever errors within our system that is putting you in a place where you feel sad or you have a bit of distrust for what we're trying to achieve here, which is to help you to grow. So thank you all for following us into 2026. I trust God that all of us will rejoice at our last meeting for 2026. By December, last Sunday of December 2026, we will gather here, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken, with many testimonies of increased growth, unimagined possibilities, the reality that is already existing in other dimensions that we are already living in here would be our testimonies by December. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with us. I would let Dakpo update you on what we have on ground regarding our opportunities for you to grow in this year. Jump in, don't miss out. Love you. Keep growing. Dakpo, I guess you're ready.
Love you too, ma'am.
Is Dakpo ready? Abi, I should
I'm
do
not.
update.
Maybe his network is lagging.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can
Yes, we
hear you
can.
now.
The Zoom interface disappeared for a while, so I was wondering where it was on the phone. But
Wonder.
I'm back here now. All right,
Welcome.
so I will make this very quick. TMO has accidentally mentioned one of the things that I was going to stay, so she has stolen out of my shine. This evening is small now, but Allah will be no. There's God on the throne. All right, so I will start from where what she said, then I'll move to other things. So, oh, sorry, let me start with industry-wide updates first. So, yeah, this may sound like a broken cymbal right now, eh? But if you currently have land in Ogun State, just, just, just be chilling. Like, just be chilling. Be happy that you got in now, because things are about to get more dramatic. So first off, there's still heavy construction going on the Ogun State Airport axis in the Remo region. Like we passed the last time we passed there because we had to go through that route to get to Ijebu when we wanted to go and have a shoot. Like you could literally see like, oh more, the government is not joking about this matter. And you can tell. I mean, once you have an international airport in a particular region now, we all know what Ikeja became after the airport that was supposed to be a World War II airport back then became an international airport. Sometimes you get to Ikeja and there's no room in any hotel, as big as Ikeja is. And of course, the impact of Ikeja also affected positively places like Omole Phase 1, Omole Phase 2, River Valley Estate, all the estates in Ojodu side, Ogba, Magodo Phase 1, and all of that. So you currently have land in Ogun State. This is about the cheapest it's going to ever be. If you have plans to acquire more, please do, because what is coming is not a joke. Secondly, the Ogun State government is taking very seriously the issue of housing right now. There's currently 100 billion naira push to get more so-called affordable housing, even though we know that these days affordable is very, very circumstantial. And the Ogun State government is not joking with infrastructural development, they're not joking with housing, and they are not joking with industrial development. Day in, day out, more companies are coming to Ogun State to register their businesses. And you know what that means? It means that more money is going to flow into that economy, and it is definitely going to affect everything on there going forward. Now, one of the housing schemes that the Ogun State government is doing is in the Obafemi Owode region. And if you remember, Obafemi Owode is not very, very far. In fact, it's the entire region that covers where we have who knows the answer, but there's no time to start asking that question. The Croft. The Croft is very, very strategically located, right? because of some of the things that Dangote is also going to be doing in the deep sea ports that they have now restarted or relaunched or jump started, as the case may be, after they abandoned it back. All indices are pointing to the fact that very soon Ogun State is going to become the new Lagos in terms of property value, in terms of, house rent. Not exactly something we all like, but I mean, when there is demand, there will always be supply. Landlords in Arepo right now. I had reasons to go and deliver something in another part of where I live today. I didn't even know that there was another estate called Fortright Estate in the Arepo axis. Because, of course, I usually don't go outside now. I don't walk around. I just enter my estate and then I move to where I'm supposed to be going. So, but because I had reasons to go to that estate, I entered the estate and I was like, wait, you mean there's an estate like this here? It was so quiet, so serene, almost exactly the
Wow.
same thing you would find in places like Magodo. Fortright Estate is on the opposite side of the
Okay.
road, Lagos Ibadan Expressway, beside the road that leads beside the Punch place. If you see this
Wow.
estate, I was like, the quietness, the serenity. It's as if you're in
Mm,
Magodo, like the inside part of Magodo, not the frontage. Inside. So I'm like, if people are living here and beautiful houses, so who told you that Ogun State is buy more? If you can buy more right now, buy more, buy as much as you can. That's number two. Number three is that the Ogun State government is also taking very even this one does not really directly concern us like that, but it's still good that we know so that you can know that you made the right decision. There is a massive crackdown on land grabbers in Ogun State, Omonile and the rest of them. I said it some time ago that a time is coming when people will no longer be able to buy land from Omonile again. You either buy from government allocation or you will buy from private owners who have bought from the government. That time is coming. And it means that when that time comes, people will better appreciate the heavy protection that real estate companies that know what they are doing are giving to people right now. So that is coming. Another development is also going on in the Mowe axis. So those of you who have land in Erie, congratulations to you. But there's a whole lot that is also going on in the Mowe axis. There's another one big estate coming there called the Mowe Energy Estate. So for those who are still saying things like, that Mowe, Shimawa side, that place that there's bush. I'm like, when last did you go there? Have you been to Mowe recently? So there's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger demand for land in Mowe going forward. So if you still have some funds to play with and put in estates like Ire by Redview that we have in Mowe, even if it is 300 square meters, you can afford 7.6 million. I mean, put it in. Mowe is becoming more and more of a big deal. All right, so we move away from industry updates and then we move to our own specific properties. So, like TMO already said, Kairos has been allocated. In case you don't know, Kairos is our most premium estate located behind Alaro City in Ibejuleki. Kairos is for the South and the Mars. Kairos is about 8 minutes away from the site for the new international airport in Ibejuleki. So yeah, it's a big deal. So for those who bought into Kairos, basically because they wanted to be as close to the airport as possible for whatever reasons, congratulations, you'll be getting your plot videos on Monday. And for those who still feel like, I like how this thing I said about Auguste, but yeah, I still want to be very, very close to where the action is happening, like that. You're welcome to do Kairos. Kairos is just 30 million naira. It's small money, right? There's nothing that God cannot do. They say that what God cannot do does not exist. So you can look into Kairos also. Then the biggest news that we had for January is that we launched an ultra affordable land banking location in January, which is Whitewood Estates. So we realized that, of course, now everybody knows now that the main challenge for buying land at this point right now is the fact that you have to think about several other charges apart from the money for the land itself. So you have to think about Documentation fees, you have to think about development levy. By the time you put all that together, it's a significant amount. So we thought, is there a way, what products can we create that that people can come in at a very, very affordable pricing, and that they can resell in about 3 years' time for really good profits. We had done something like this with one other estate before, Empress City. Now, Empress City is about to start reselling, which means that many people who bought into Empress City at the time will start smiling to the bank very soon when they start getting their money, right? So we decided to do the same thing again, but this time we did it with a location behind Primestone Estate. Now, for those of us who are familiar with Primestone, you know that Primestone is in Omijebu. It's opposite the road, um, opposite the road that Dangote just finished constructing that links Omijebu all the way to Ketu Ekpe, right? And of course, the selling point is the fact that it is very close to, it's 5 minutes away from the Ketu Ekpe roundabout. And in the Ketu Ekpe, you have the Lagos Food Security and Logistics Hub that's currently being built on 1.2 million square kilometers, right? So Whitewood is an ultra affordable way to get into the race for Ekpe without having to be in Ekpe, and with a way to be able to, if you want to resell in 3 years' time, at probably double or triple the price, depending on where things have gotten to by that time. This is the time you can jump into Whitewood right now. For this month, 300 square meters is just 3 million naira. Sorry, 500 square meters. Hey, maybe the company no find me. 500 square meters is just 3 million naira. 300 square meters is 2 million naira. There's also the opportunity for interest-free installments for 3 months if you cannot put down the entire money at once. We have tried to make it as affordable and as easy as possible. Right after this month, things are going to change. We're going to remove the interest-free option, right? We might retain the price, but we're going to remove the interest-free option. Oh yeah, no problems. Fine, noted, noted, just fine. So if you still want to get in, please get back to whoever of our advisors you've been dealing with that has been, helping you acquire your properties and giving you advice and all of that, so they can show you how to get on board Whitewood. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for trusting us with your money. We do not take it for granted, and we shall continue to improve our systems to your delight. Thank you very much.
Don't thank you for not showing your face. We like to see our people's face. People don't like talking to people they don't see. Well, continue, Sha. No wahala. We shall see you next
Thank
month.
you
They
for
can see you on
allowing me to
Instagram.
present to present bashing my face. No problem, I will remember it for next time. I apologize. Sometimes because of the way NEPA can move things around. So we're so good. That's actually good feedback. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Dapo. You heard from Dapo. Please buy into Ogun. Join the wave that is moving. Be a part of the wave in the Ogun State region. Thank you for being a part of our 2025 experience. For those of us that are just joining us, you're welcome to the 360 session. This is our very first session of the year. We appreciate you for sticking with us and for always joining us for all these sessions. We believe and we trust that 2026 has a lot in store for us. Our speaker is in the building. She's in the room, and I'm excited. So without further delay, I'm just going to read through our profile and then welcome her on stage. Tayo Owosina is an insightful teacher and speaker, productivity and transformation coach, and a professional counselor with over 13 years experience. She holds a master's degree in child and adolescent counseling, postgraduate diploma in education, and advanced diploma in professional counseling. She is a certified productivity and transformation coach and mentor. She specializes in counseling, education, breakthrough facilitation, child and adolescent mental health counseling, emotional wellness, behavior modification, trauma recovery, and career excellence. She is the lead psychotherapist at Mindful Edge Counseling and the founder Yale's Initiative, an NGO dedicated to promoting quality education amongst young people in marginalized communities in Nigeria. She helps young people, families, and teams to overcome emotional and behavior challenges by creating therapy solutions and safe spaces for troubled individuals through a private practice and a recently launched Teen Guide by Design. She a signature program for people working with teenagers and youth. Through her work with young people, she was recently appointed as a member of the 18-man technical working group to review the Lagos State Youth Policy. She is the Director of Administration and faculty member at ADI College of Counseling and Psychotherapy, Nigeria. Currently the Vice President of African Network of Professional Counselors and the Secretarial Head of Child and Adolescent Counseling of Counselors Association of Nigeria, Lagos chapter, a member of the Chartered Institution of Mentors and Coaches of Nigeria. She is a lecturer and the Director of Administration at the ADI College of Counseling and Psychotherapy, Nigeria. A mental health promoter, Tayo is a regular TV guest on issues affecting social, behavioral, and emotional well-being of young people and adults in their lives. She believes our world can indeed be free of adverse childhood experience, one person per time. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our speaker for tonight, Coach Tayo Owosina. You're welcome, ma'am. Your mic is muted.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I'm supposing that we have different people joining from different places. So please, if you can hear me, let me know so that I know that I can be heard. Kindly confirm that you can hear me.
I can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much for the feedback. That is Josephine. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, so wonderful. It's a beautiful one, being able to, finally being here on the call. So permit me to, okay, so I think I have a feedback here. Permit me to share my screen, if that is okay. I tried to share it earlier. Please confirm you can see my screen. Okay.
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Okay, so getting started, let me first of all say thank you so much to the Rep 360 Club for this opportunity, for being here this evening. I do not take it for granted. I want to say a special thank you to Dr. Toy McMurdy. Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the opportunity to be here today. Honestly, I think I judged. So let me start from confession. I judged wrongly because in my time here, where I am, I'm currently in Lagos, Nigeria. And I can see that, I said to myself that, this time of day, for people that are in Lagos, Nigeria, it might just be a time that would require us to engage in a different kind of way, right? So that we can have people engage as effectively as possible. But then coming onto the call, by the way, thank you, Brother Dakmo. That's what I saw. What I can see on your name, the person that took the earlier speaker, and thank you. So I saw that, the energy in the room. Okay. The energy in the room is very, very invigorating and encouraging. So thank you. And let me also say, Brother Dapo, by the way, I'm interested in carriers. You also mentioned Whitewood, so thank you. Let me shoot that shot before I go on. Okay, so moving on tonight, I'll just go right into it. I have been saddled with the responsibility to drive a conversation with us on the art of self-care, the art of self-care, and prioritizing wellness in a busy world. I don't need to do any other introduction. Thank you so much, Josephine, for that robust introduction. And I'll just go right into my day. My presentation. As I go into the presentation, just before this call, something happened. I had an experience. And I just told myself, and I'm supposed to come and talk about self-care. This is not even fair at all. It's not a palatable experience, but you know what I now did to myself? I said, okay. I read in, I did my self-care exercises, just before I came on the call. And then I held on to this. This is my, okay. Can you see? Please, if you can see what's on my hand, just say yes, I can, or use thumbs up. Yes, you can. Yes, thank you for that feedback. Yes, I had to hold that. Yes, you can. Thank you so much for the feedback. Beautiful. Yes, so I'm self-caring as I am doing this. I'm like, okay, so why not if not? Why not come on the call and I'll talk through and let you see that there is need for us to make a shift from what we probably have thought self-care to be to what we need to know now about self-care. And that takes me right into it. People I work with, they are not people, they are, upwardly mobile people that they are not weak people, they are not lazy people, they are not, unmotivated people. As a matter of fact, they are capable, responsible, committed people. And a lot of times they say, I feel tired. I'm just tired. They are not unintelligent. Intelligent people, hard workers, they work their asses off and all of that. They make money, they do life, but they say, I am tired. They are not tired because they are scared or because they are failing. They are tired because they are living life, doing life without a system that takes care of them. Do you see that? So they probably set goals, they're hitting their target, but in the midst of it, they are tired. I'm not talking about the tiredness of, I do a bit more than I'm supposed to do today, so I feel tired. I'm not talking about that kind of tiredness only. I'm talking about the tiredness that comes with, I set out to go out today, but I'm not just even feeling like it. I know what to do, but I don't just have the energy to go. That kind of tiredness. So having a whole lot to do, being a promising person, but without a system that can power your intentions. And especially if you're a high achiever, you set high goals for yourself, higher, you are your greatest competition. You want to beat yourself to who you've been, yesterday or whom you've always been in the past. Today, you want to be a better version of yourself today. So if you are that kind of person needs a system around his life or her life to be able, driven people. Yes, thank you very much, TMO. Driven people, you're very driven, high achiever, set high standards for yourself, higher than you did last year. And you're fine. That's how you've always rolled and ran your life. Those kind of people, for you to support your life and achieve all you set out to achieve, so you don't sabotage yourself, you require those kinds of people, they require systems that power their life so that they can achieve what they set out to achieve. And for you, like an anchor, what to anchor on to help you make this shift from a high achiever to an achiever indeed. Within that, you need self-care. So That fuel that fuels, what fuels your system is self-care. You can also have a system and not have a self-care, modalities in place, and you just sabotage yourself. And the more you don't achieve, the more you feel like I'm not achieving. And once you create the cycle of an achievement, that cycle recreates itself and is very self-sabotaging. It weakens the more, and it can even now lead to complete exhaustion, and that is not a healthy one for a high achiever. Okay, so this conversation today will make a shift, will help us to make that shift. It is my hope that we will be able to redefine self-care, what it is, gauge our energy levels. Where are you now in terms of your energy? Then the 4 pillars of self-care that works. Now, I need to say to you, this conversation is a conversation that would require us to move. I mean, it requires, if we are in this, like a workshop, like an half-day workshop or a full-day workshop, we are still on. We are still on the conversation or a series. So what I've done is to now pull out what I believe, will be beneficial for us, that once you leave this call, right now, what can you begin to do now that can help you self-care differently? And of course, begin to make a shift in how you're self-caring yourself and how you intend to self-care yourself. So we have a wheel. If you see my screen right now, it's called the dimensions of wellness. The dimensions of wellness. Self-care in a busy world. So it's important I lay this foundation. When we're talking about wellness, wellness is diverse, covers all of the different areas of your life. And that includes the emotional aspect of life, your feelings. You feel tired, you feel exhausted, you feel excited, you feel happy, all of those aspects of your life, what's going on inside of you, that you express out, that people can see, your emotional life, it's part of your wellness. Occupational life, you're doing the work you like, you love, or maybe you don't love, but it's something that you wake up to and that takes your time, you invest your time in and all that, this is what you do for a living. Intellectual life, you desiring to learn more and grow, living a lifelong learning lifestyle, or, just desiring to be more, learning and all of that, that covers, is covered within the dimension of wellness. And then we have environmental, where you live, who you will live with, how you grew up, who you grew up with, who you're growing up with, who you're living with. All of these things shape, your environment shapes your outcome to a very large extent. And then financial, of course, that goes without saying. The conversation in this room is heavy on financial. Social goes without saying. Your connectedness with other people. We are social beings. And then physical, the body that carries the mind, the body that carries, your intentions, that carries your desires and that carries things out. Community is key. Absolutely. That's for the social. Absolutely. No one exists in isolation, especially for high flyers. If you're somebody that you want to constantly be on the, the edge, cutting edge of your career, cutting edge of your life, cutting edge of, think you need to be connected within people, because people are profitable to the extent that it's not only money that makes for value. It's not only money that makes for value. We know that relationship is king. And so to that extent, community is key. Physical goes without saying, and of course, spiritual. Spiritual is that part of you that helps you to ground. Yes, no one exists in isolation. Spiritual grounds you. And I'm not talking religion here. It's not religion, spirituality. You're a Christian, hold on to your devotions as much as possible. That grounds you. You're Muslim, you're whatever religion you defer to. Importantly, at the center of that is spirituality. And that is very, very important. There has to be something bigger than you anchor your life on. There has to be. And that grounds you. Now, this is the entirety of self-care. We can take each of these in dimensions, and begin to speak to it one after the other. Now, for the purpose of our time is short. So I have made this, also considering the timing this is, I've made this in such a way that It will just truly be conversational. So just before I go on, let me go back to wellness. In one word, you're going to chat to me. Just use the chat room. How are you in this moment? Please don't shade it. Don't color it. Don't try to be nice. Don't be nice. Just be honest right now. How are you in this moment? Yeah, you probably want to consider how you've been all day tired. Oh, TMO. I hear you. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Please, let's have it. Let me have the feedbacks quickly. How are you in this moment? Just drop that in the, drop it. Tired? Okay, let's go. Who else? Let me be sure I'm not talking to myself. Please, let's have other feedbacks. How are you right now? I have a feedback, tired. Who else? One word, tired and sleepy. Yes, overwhelmed. Okay? Please go on. I wanted to say Councillor Toyi. Sleepy. Okay? Tired. All right, let's have one more. So tired, overwhelmed, sleepy, tired. Yes. And I heard that loud and clear. Thank you. Feedback to you. And if you're tired, you are not alone. Sorry, someone is saying something. If you're talking to us, please use the chat room in this moment. Kindly unmute. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Please can you mute the microphone? Thank you. All right. Now. Why are you tired? Why are you stressed? Why are you, okay, you can be sleepy. If you are in my time zone, I mean, sleepiness is expected. In fact, the tiredness is expected. All of these emotions, perhaps expected. But why are we mostly tired? Now, the fact is, most people are tired because they misunderstand self-care. When you misunderstand self-care, so that's one fundamental thing I want to clarify for us. When we misunderstand self-care, we can be tired. Again, I'm not talking about the tiredness of, I've done a lot. If you have done a lot, your body is only one body, except for people that have 7 bodies in one. Maybe we have some people like that. They may not be tired. But if you're an average human being, that, you just have a lot on your table and you're tired, and it's okay. It's actually okay to be tired. Now, this tiredness that is connected to not understanding self-care would demystify that. So by way of redefining it, let's demystify some facts about self-care. Self-care is selfishness. I hear people say yes or yes. Is self-care selfish? It's no. Because of our time, I'll just, respond to this thing. Self-care is self-centeredness. That is not correct. Self-care results in overindulgence of any personal thing, such as money, time. I've stressed myself. Let me go and spoil myself. Spend all the money and spend it on myself. Let me go and just spend all the time with myself, and all that. Yeah, it's good, but not entirely true, right? Self-denial to the extent of ignoring needs of people we serve. That's not correct as well. And then self-care is spying me or spying away. Let me go to the spa and spend good time at the spa. Then I've spoiled myself. I can't spoil myself. That's only a part of self-care. That's not self-care in its entirety. Even though, yeah, it can be, a part of self-care. So what then is self-care? Self-care is taking personal responsibility to identify and meet your needs in order to optimize your physical, mental health, and well-being. You're taking personal responsibility. Pay attention to the keyword there, personal responsibility, to identify and meet your needs in order to prioritize. So do you see that it's not a money conversation? It's not a spend time with myself conversation only that, I take myself to the spa. Those are part of it, but not entirely. The self-care is more holistic in how it comes. It's more total. It's more taking care of us, like the entirety of us. It takes care of us entirely. And it starts with us identifying what's my need now. See, the biggest gift you can give to yourself is you sitting in this moment, just like you're in this room and I'm speaking right now. And I say, what is my need right now? Just before coming on this call, I recognized what my need was. I knew I needed to count because of the, I had before coming in. So I had to quickly get onto an exercise, and then I'm conscious as I'm here, I'm being mindful. I'm teaching mindfully so that I can also be mindful to care for myself while I am going through the conversation. Do you see that? This is only this moment. I'm not combining that with, what had happened in the morning or yesterday or last week or last year or something. No. In this moment, what is my need now? That's the biggest gift you can give to yourself. Being able to identify your need. That's where self-care starts from. So it's not what they told me it is. It is what works for me. And it starts from, what do I need now? And all of our needs are different, right? We may have general needs, but how we need it is different. Okay, moving on. Self-care is not what you do when you are exhausted. How interesting is that? So many a times, people engage self-care when they are fully now exhausted, like they can't go again. You woke up in the morning, you're not able to go out. I need to now go to the spa. Oh, I need to take care of, I need to take holiday. Is when exhaustion starts or, has begun, that people now regard or reckon with self-care. Is that you? I want to believe, maybe not. Now, this is a reactive self-care, kind of self-care, and it is crisis laden. It is crisis, it's crisis mode. You're already in crisis mode. If you wait for crisis to happen, like it's in the middle of fight, you want to go and learn how to fight, what do you think will happen? Please put your comments and put the response in the comment. Is this in the middle of the fight? You want to go and learn how to fight. What is the outcome that you think will happen? So, defeat, case closed, like simple, defeat. That's what is going to happen. So if you wait for exhaustion to happen before you get into self-care, defeat is inevitable. Now, self-care is what you do consistently so you don't get exhausted. Did you see that? Preventive self-care. And that's what this conversation is about today. Capacity building. Preventive self-care is capacity building. Reactive self-care may look like luxury. Oh, time for spa, time for retreat, time for when the girls are going out or when the men are going out, or time for when they say, let us go. That's when I would go. Nah, no. That is reactive. The preventive self-care is capacity building. It moves you from the luxury thinking of self-care into self-care as a necessity. Self-care is capacity building. Self-care is leadership. Self-leadership. The highest level of leadership is self-leadership. It starts with that. If you struggle to lead you will struggle to lead other people. And leading you, at the center of leading you, is your self-care. So do you see that? Now, I need you to just reflect on that a moment. Self-care is not luxury. Don't think outside of you when you're thinking self-care. Think from within you. Okay, what do I need right now? That's where it starts from. And that's you leading you. Yeah, burnout is also possible. Yes. So let us move from being reactive to being preventive and see self-care as capacity building rather than a luxury. Now, when we are reactive with self-care, stress is inevitable. And when stress becomes chronic, when we have, when we're living in stress, you will remember, these are high flyers, you will have your goals intact, you've set it in the beginning of the year, you've prayed over it, or you've desired it, you've set your intentions and all of that. You've gone for goal scoring, meetings, and you're ready to go. But once stress is there, these are possible indications you could have. Aches, you could have change in, behavior, social behavior. Emotional withdrawal, insomnia can set in, low energy can set in, increased alcohol intake can set in. These are only, some of the physical, social things that can happen. Mental shutdown can happen for people that are creatives, mental clogs. Clarity is no more there. Confusion increases. Sleeplessness. And you know that the moment you're not able to sleep, that is even a catalyst to more things, more dangerous things that can happen. Now, I want to lead us here, and I want us all to pay attention here. In this moment, can we gauge where we are? When chronic stress, stays long in your body, your focus, you're not able to focus again. You have targets. You need to meet the target. You need to close sales and close deals, but you're not able to. You're trying hard, but you're not able to. So focus is impaired. Emotional regulation is affected. Decision quality. If your decision quality is low, you may not be able to close sales. Sales you should close, you will not see it. You'll not be able to close it. And sales you shouldn't close. I mean, you just spend a lot of time doing what you're not supposed to be doing. And what you're supposed to be doing, you leave it undone. It's part of, indications of stress. So now, quickly, let us gauge you. Where are you emotionally? Where are you emotionally? Now, if you're reading 1, 2, 3, 4, this first one, and I want you to, don't put it in the comments, just note it for you. So let the first one be 5, the next 4, the next 2, the next 3, and 1, and then the next 0. So no, let it be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 5 to 1. So the first one is 5, next 4, 3, 2, and then the last 1. So you are 5. You feel excited, you set goals, you're hitting it, you're hitting your target. It's just so exciting. You feel as motivated as you were in the beginning of the year or towards the end of last year. You're even more motivated than you started the year. You're just ready to go and you're good to go. This is a turning point in this conversation today. And I want us to be as honest as possible with ourselves. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying put it on the chart. Just note it for you. And there is what to do to help us wherever you find yourself. So, you are number 5. Just the number. You are number 5 if you're interested, you are excited, as highly motivated as you were in the beginning of the year. You have your goal set, you have clarity, you know what to do next. And you have people around you, you're doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. At the end of each day, you evaluate yourself and you feel proud of yourself, what you've done. 5. 4, yes, you're getting by, not necessarily as motivated as you were at the beginning of the year, but you are going on well. You just know what to do to help you. You know you're stressed, you're tired, but you know what to do. You yourself, you know that, I'm tired, you've overdone. You need some rest now. You need to rest. So you know what to do. You know you've stressed and you know what to do. Okay? So you are stressed, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're this, but you know what to do. You are clear. So you're 4. Not necessarily as motivated as you were at the beginning of the year, or maybe even as motivated, but you have some level of, tiredness or overwhelm and all. 4. Now, you're 3 if you feel actually drained at this time. Yes, you were motivated at the beginning of the year. You've not even set your goal for the year. And it's just all hazy. You have many ideas, many things on your mind that looks like what you want to achieve. Many things on your mind that looks like what you want to achieve, but you don't even now know where to start from because it looks too much. And you just feel like you're not excited to get up on the bed anymore. Yeah, you're 2. Okay? You're 3. That's the third one. And then you're 2 if, that's the red. If you can't go again, you yourself, you know that it would take somebody to come and bring you out of the house right now. The slide is off. Okay? A moment, please. Thank you for that feedback. Let me see. Okay, let me get back to my slide. Thank you for that. How about now? Please thumbs up to let me know. Thumbs up to let me know. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So I talked about the 5. You're 5 if you're this first one. You're 4 if you're the yellow. But I don't want to use color actually. Just use 4. Use number. The second one. Then the third one, if you have too many things you want to do, you don't even know, you don't have that clarity to move on. You feel actually very tired. Too many ideas, but you're not even able to know what next to do at all. And then the third one, then the fourth one, you are 2 if you're this. If you are not able to move, you can't go out of the house. You don't know. If they don't call you to it, if they don't force you out, you are not going to do it. If they don't ask you to do it, you are not going to do it. And that wasn't you. It wasn't so. In the beginning, it was not so. But now you just find yourself that if they don't really whine you, you are not going to just get up. Yes, that is 2. Now 1, if you know that no energy, the battery is drained and dead, and it needs to get to the energy, and the only thing that can get you up is you actually need to go to the hospital. If it was physical health, that this person is just like comatose, no movement at all, needs to get to the hospital. In this case, you need to get into therapy. You need to go for help. You need help. You know that right now you need help. Then that is 1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please do me a thumbs up if you have rated yourself. Please, let's do that quickly. Just give me that feedback so that we can move forward. Give me thumbs up if you have rated it, because this is the whole idea of what we're doing, so that this is meaningful for us. Okay? Well, some are comfortable to put the number. You don't necessarily need to put the number, okay, if you're not comfortable to. But give me a thumbs up that you have rated yourself so that we can move on. Give me thumbs up. Use the thumbs up icon, or you drop it on the chat. Just use thumbs up. Let me know that you've rated yourself so we can move forward. You've rated yourself, use thumbs up. Let's go on. I have a feedback. Let's have the feedbacks. Okay, great. All right. So do I take that as we have all rated ourselves? I want a feedback that you have rated yourself. Now, okay, great. Comfort, thank you. Bukola, thank you. Okay, thank you so much, everyone that have rated themselves. If you have not, please do, because it's going to, and I want us to be honest with it as much as possible. Now, if you rated yourself 5, great. Keep up what you're doing, okay? If you've rated yourself good, 4, good. Maintain the current level you are at and decide if you need to do more to keep it that way, okay? Just maintain what you're doing. It's not too bad, all right? Maintain what you're doing. What you know that is right you should do that you've not done, just go to do it because you know what to do, okay? And then if you rated yourself 3, now ask the question, how can you make your life a bit better? Critical question, just write the question down. You can go to it. If you can answer the question, you've solved, to a reasonable extent, this state that you're in. How can you be extra kind to yourself today? And that today you can replace it with in this moment. How can you be extra kind to yourself in this moment? If you rated yourself 2, that means you're struggling, right? It's a struggling that, I'm struggling with my emotions right now. What area, ask yourself the question, what area of my life is suffering the most right now? Give that area attention and care today, this moment. Just pay attention to that area. You need to identify, just pause, like stop and pay attention to to that area. And then if you feel, if you rated yourself 1, then find out what is draining you and set boundaries. you can't speak with someone close about your feelings, you can also talk to a professional. So we move on quickly. This just helps us to see where we might be. And in case you find yourself in the red zone that needs help, please, let's also be that honest with ourselves. It's beginning of self-care. Remember where we started from. It's us acknowledging, identifying our needs in this moment. All right. Now, so what do we do to then help ourselves? Peradventure, we've now found ourselves where whatever area, whatever level of battery that we have now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, there are 4 key pillars that can help us sustain our self-care. Now, there are many things across the wellness dimension that we can go into one after the other. That'll be like 8 of them and all, but I've just put it in, put it into 4 that can help us quickly just understand these sustainable measures. Now, the first one is physical regulation. Care for the body you live in, the body that carries this heavy weight. You know what they say about the foundation? Let me use that example. Since we are in the midst of people, rare tools, so to speak, right? Now, when you are building a house, the higher the building, the deeper the foundation. Please correct me. The higher the building, the deeper the foundation, or the stronger the foundation. So if we're going to build a skyscraper, were you going to put the foundation that would carry a 2-story building? No. You will go for the foundation that carries the frame you want to erect. Now, what you are building, your goals, your ideas, they are achievable. They are, and you've already started. But you see this body, your body is what carries these intentions that execute it. If you are not careful, you will sabotage your dreams by your body frame. What do you do to help your body, to support your body? Sleep consistently. I mean, the consistency of your sleep, not necessarily perfect, but consistent. Okay. Not necessarily, perfection. How many hours are you expected to sleep? An average adult is expected to sleep like 7 hours. Now, let me say here that we have some people, that motivation, we've had motivations in the last, couple of years, and we've heard this repeatedly, that if you sleep 8 hours of the day, because it's quarter of the day, 24 hours, 8 hours is like 1/4 of the day. If you sleep 8 hours of the day, you have slept 1/4 of your life. Who has heard that before? I mean, it's a commonplace saying, by motivational speakers, and all of that. If you sleep 8 hours, you've slept 1/4 of your life. I beg your pardon. In our space, the work we do, we say sleep is a healer. Somebody please say that to yourself. Sleep is a healer. For high flyers, well, I want to believe not necessarily that everybody in the room is a realtor, because I know some may be realtors, we belong to different professions, in the room. Sleep is a healer. Yes, please put it down. Sleep is a healer. See, is motivation speaking, that you slept 1/4 of your life if you sleep 8 hours a day. It's motivation speaking. The more the intensity of what you do, the more the sleep you need to have, especially as a high flyer. Yes, there might be times when you have need to make adjustments, like, because of the demand I have ahead of me, I need to, shorten my sleep to be able to mate up. And we understand that, but that can be the default of your life. Do you see that? People interfacing careers. You're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're a nurse, you're a helper, you're a psychotherapist, you are a realtor, you are an agent, you're a surveyor, all careers, professionals. If you engage with other people, people dump on you as much as possible. Even if you're a salesperson, like you're a sales executive, you're a C-suite sales, man, whatever it is you are, if you engage with people, you are a leader at whatever level. Sleep is a healer. In fact, we can't exhaust that conversation on sleep. Go on YouTube, explore sleep, and see the benefits of sleep. But just know that sleep is a healer. All right? So You may not be sleeping 6-7 hours. Ask yourself, how many hours are you sleeping per day? If you're sleeping less than 3 hours per day, 3 hours and less, you're wrong. If you're sleeping 4 hours per day and it's a consistent way of life, you're wrong. So review and revisit that. It may not be up to 7 hours, that's recommended, but review that and see how you can up-level that. Remember, it's not perfection, it's consistency. Gently move your body daily. Daily body movement. Now, physical regulation, I deliberately did not even put any picture here that talks about fitness. Fitness is part of it and fantastic. But fitness is within physical regulation. So it's not the only thing. But people that do fitness, rather than do nothing, go and do fitness, because that has the capacity to have, it will sort out many aspects of your life. Okay, if you do fitness. But be aware that it's physical regulation much more. Okay? If you're doing fitness, you're sleeping well, move your body daily. If you walk consistently daily, how many steps do you take daily? 10,000 steps? 5,000 steps? These days, we have many apps that do walking. I mean, it's walking app. You can log in your walk, and all of that. Most of our devices, smart devices, wristwatch phones and all of that, they can do that for you. Logging and locking, your movement daily. Don't be sedentary, right? And then slowing the breath before reacting. This one goes without saying. As leaders, people can get at you. Remember what I said when we started, self-leadership being, at that highest level of leadership, you being able to regulate yourself, because it's who you are, you take to people. Whether you're a leader or whatever specialty you're in, is who you are, you take to people. It's who you are that people engage with. So come into the mastery of you mastering your own emotions, slowing your breath before you react. It's a lifesaver. And we all need to come into the mastery of that. Rule of thumb, just count 1 to 5 and take in a deep breath. In fact, silence is golden. And within that silence, you can use that to manage your breath. It's who you are that you take to people. Absolutely. It's not who you are not or who you want to become. It's who you are. Okay. So self-regulation is critical. And then we move on to the second thing, which is emotional hygiene. Care for the body. Your emotions is what fuels you on a daily basis. And you don't need to be strong at all times. You only need to be honest to yourself. Be honest to you. That's what emotional hygiene is saying. Be honest to you. When I came in, I was asking you, how do you feel right now? How do you feel right now? In this moment, how do you feel? And people were able to just say what they were feeling and all that. Daily, just checking with yourself. How do I feel right now? That's a question you ask yourself. 1 sentence journaling at the end of each day, or even in the midst of your hectic day. How am I feeling right now? I feel, you writing it down, I feel so tired in this moment. It's a lifesaver. It's just you being true to you. And if you now cultivate the habit of saying that, you're grounding yourself in the midst of your day. Don't wait for a time to go and self-care. In the midst of your day, in the midst of your moment by moment, you are checking in with yourself. Naming feelings instead of pushing through. They all tie together. And quickly, I'm going to go into boundary care. Therefore, but I would keep it to these 3 so that I can give us time to ask questions. Boundary care. See, this boundary, if this is the only thing you will hold on to today, I will be most glad. Many people struggle with boundary setting. Protect your time and your energy. You see that there's no money here. There is this tendency to make us think, because that's the way society is designed. Money is something you can see, touch, and feel, hold, and it is measurable. So when you have it a lot, it looks like, oh, I have achieved. When you don't have it at all, it may look like I have not achieved. But that's not true. There are other currencies you spend bigger than money. Time is bigger than money. Yeah. Energy is bigger than money. And where your energy goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, that's the direction of your life. Do you see that? So if your life is going in the direction you don't want to go to, and that's where your energy is at, do you see how life is spent? You spend time, you spend energy, just like you spend money. And you need to be able to protect these two things. The way we go to, how do we protect our money? Because we can see it, we can touch it, we can measure it. We bank it in the money, we invest it, we, do all sorts of things with our money, right? Yes, bigger currencies than money. But how are you protecting your time and energy? How are you investing your time and energy? Self-care, that's what we're talking about. How are you banking your money? How are you investing this money? How are you reinvesting this time and energy? Number one, saying no without over-explaining. Every yes costs energy. Do you see the transaction? Oh, yeah. In fact, this can be an entire workshop. Do you see the transaction? It's not money we're talking about here. We're transacting time and energy as currencies. Every yes you say is time and energy. Is your life going? It's our lives. So saying no without over-explaining is a way to create your boundary. You can honestly just say no. Sorry, I'm not able to do it. And you'll be fine. If you can't, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, then you can actually say no. Scheduling rest intentionally. Now, the year is just starting, which is why I'm most glad for the organization for putting this together at the beginning of the year. Fantastic time. Because I want to believe we all have drives and goals. We have money goals. We have family goals, social goals, spiritual goals. All of these goals, from the beginning, put rest into it. Don't put rest in 3 months' time, in 1 month time, when I can go for retreats. Don't do that. That's why we started from demystifying self-care. It's not luxury that we go to. It is capacity building, it's leadership from now, this minute, this moment. Do you understand? So, schedule your rest intentionally. One thing I did for myself as I begin to wrap up this year was to put a system. It took me time. My year started not very fast. What I was creating was system. It took me time. It's taking time. In fact, not even done, but yeah, significantly gone, into it. Putting system in place that can run it. Otherwise, there are too many things, especially leaders like the caliber of people I want to believe are in this room right now. You have gazillion things to get done for people, for family, for people, for maybe your, places of worship, your community, your significance goal and all that, impact work. How do you want to do all of that? So already from the beginning, put rest into it. If you don't, you will not. You will schedule rest as a luxury rather than a way of life. And then reduce emotional over-availability. I can't say this one enough. Let's stop being people pleasers. Let's reduce emotional over-availability. You cannot serve everybody. My pastor used to say, El Shaddai shall die. So the person that is El Shaddai, that is doing El Shaddai, is God that should be El Shaddai. So the person that is, presenting, projecting as, oh, I can do all things. I can, I'm always there. I'm always available. Shall die. And that is case closed. Anyone that has died, it is case closed. So as I begin to wrap this up now, I want you to know, ask yourself the question, what can I begin to do differently now? In these 3 key areas I've mentioned, I talked about physical, I talked about emotional, and I talked about boundary settings. I need you to know, as I leave you with this, new beginnings are built. They are not declared. Somebody say that. New beginnings are built. They are not declared. Don't just set goals this year. Build systems that care for the person achieving them. And who is that? That is you, the leader that you are. For yourself first, that's where we started this conversation from. And as we wrap up, the leader you are to other people. What people see, don't let people send you to where you don't want to go to. Expectations from people make us go in a kind of way that is not serving us. It's time to serve you at the level of life. Self-care is not stepping away from your responsibility. Rather, It is showing up. You choosing to show up, whole, clear, and sustainable. And here is where I rest my case. Thank you very much for having me. I will step aside now for your question, should you have any. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I hope I can be heard. Let me see. Okay. And be mindful of time. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I hand over to Josephine. Please, if you can hear me. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Please ask questions. I'll just take a moment to have questions now, if you have any, just before I go.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. That was a really, really insightful session. Although we've spent like 80 minutes past our time, but would give room for questions just for a little bit. Please use the chat. Send your questions in. Coach Tayo is ready to answer them. Thank you.
You take it as we don't have questions.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Josephine, for having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Emo, for having me. It's been my pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for your time. I've had a good time. And yes, I wish the team a wonderful year. You know, this is coming at a good time in the year. Thank you so much, everyone.
Well, we're glad to have you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Very, very wonderful session. I've learned a lot. Like, thank you. Thank you. This is a very, very refreshing time. And I'm so glad that we are doing this. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Do enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, wherever you're joining us from. And remember to take care of yourself. Don't schedule rest as a luxury, treat it as a way of life. New beginnings are built and not declared. It's not about perfection, it is consistency. All right, that will be all for this session. Thank you, Coach Tayo. Thank you, Club 360. Thank you, TMO. Thank you, Brother Dakwa. Thank you, everyone. Bye.